Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and we are going to have a kiki about the rumors that either I've seen it reported that Lisa Rinna quit the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We'll get into why people are saying that, but again, everything's alleged. I don't think she quit. I think that they gave her the walking papers early, or like a stern warning. You better stop what you're doing on social media because it's not a good look. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so let's preface this. We all know what's been going on with Botgate, right? If you don't know what's going on with Botgate, go back and watch some of the videos. It's been going on for like the last week. It's really intense, all that stuff. Basically, people were cyber attacking Garcelle's son, and it came out that it could have been Erika, maybe Diana, maybe Lisa Rinna behind those cyber attacks, right? And so we've all been talking about that. Now, if you go on Lisa Rinna's Instagram, because yesterday or earlier today, she went on, she did this video ranting, being like, oh, you know, I wonder who's behind the bots attacks. The timing's crazy. You know, the Aspen trip is coming up. We have a new producer who used to be on Vanderpump Rules. So is it production? Is it Bravo production, you know, doing the bots and blaming me? You know, is it Kathy Hilton behind it? You know, is she the one because the Aspen trip is coming up? So basically, Rinna got on there and sort of blamed everyone except herself. She blamed Bravo production. She hinted that it could be LVP. She hinted that it could be Kathy Hilton behind the bots that were threatening and going after Garcelle's son. She didn't come right out and say it. It was more like, like the timing. I wonder, I got to put my thinking cap on, you know, sort of like alluding that the people behind the bot attacks and the people behind saying it's her was either Kathy Hilton, LVP, or actually like Bravo, Bravo producer. Now, right after that, all of a sudden, on her Instagram, she removed the hashtag Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She removed all of the posts that she has with other castmates. I think only one post is still up with her and Diana. And she made some statement being like, oh, you know, I'm just going to only post about fashion, and I'm only going to post about light stuff, nothing negative, nothing about the show. I'm just going to keep it really light. And so she kind of got rid of a ton of stuff on her Instagram about Bravo and about the show and everything. So people are like, you know, was it getting too hot in the kitchen for her? Everything with, you know, Patrick Summers being like, I'm going to be at the reunion, which may or may not be true. Like now people are saying that's not true, but when it came out, they're saying she was panicking and going nuts and really scared that she was going to be exposed. So they're saying basically, you know, is it, oh, wait. Can you guys hear me better now? I forget, the mic wasn't thing. Sorry, guys. Okay, so basically what they're saying is, did Lisa Rinna quit? You know, she removed all the stuff from Instagram. She removed the hashtag. Is that's what's going on? You know, is she not going to show up for the reunion? You know, is she done with the show? Is she quitting? Is she over it? My thought is no, I don't think Lisa Rinna quit. I don't think Lisa Rinna would ever quit. I think you would have to literally claw her out of the spotlight, claw her out of the show. I don't think she would ever leave on her own accord. What I do think happened was, again, Rinna, you went after the wrong people. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, I think that if Lisa Rinna had not gone after Kathy Hilton, with everything else going on, I think she still would have been safe. I think she still would have been protected. I think maybe not with Botgate, but everything up into that, I still think she would have been protected. I still think she would have been safe. I think the fact that she went after Kathy Hilton is what really put the last nail in her coffin. But clearly she did not get that memo, because now once she went on her Instagram live or in her video talking about maybe Kathy's behind it or production or LVP, now I think the executives at Bravo really came down on her and was just like, you need to shut up. You need to stop talking. You need to just stop it. Because if you think about it, what she was doing, she was low-key blaming Bravo by saying by saying somebody on their production team, saying that they are the ones who cyber attacked and bullied and did racist remarks against a child. I don't know. Again, we know Bravo can be sketchy, but I don't know how you say that about your employer and you keep your job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm at the job and I accuse my boss of being racist, of threatening a child, I don't know how that boss is going to continue to employ me. Also, I think the fact that she is now again going after Kathy Hilton. She didn't learn her lesson the first time, saying, oh, maybe Kathy's behind it because we're about to show the Aspen episodes and it's just retaliation. They're just going against me for retaliation. So now you're going after Kathy again when you didn't learn your lesson the first time. So I don't think Lisa Rinna quit. I don't think she voluntarily would ever quit the show. I think she would ride that for as long as they were willing to pay her. She was willing to show up, but I think she just, again, crossed too many lines too many times. And to be honest, as sad as it sounds, how horrible everything the bots did, how horrible everything went down, the way that we have seen Bravo respond, unless it was irrefutable evidence that it was Rinna, I think they still would have kept her on. Or at least they would have been open to it. You know, I think she was on the chopping block because of Kathy. I think they stopped protecting her. I think she was on the chopping block, but there were still rumors, you know, are they going to keep Rinna? Or they're done with rumor, this, that, and the third, you know, could she redeem herself at the reunion? But I think the fact that she went on her Instagram Live and alluded to the fact that Bravo or Kathy, even LVP, could have been behind the racist attacks, I think that is what really put the nail in the coffin. And I think the reason why she removed all this stuff from Instagram isn't because she wanted to, but I think the people at Bravo told her to. I think they really checked her all the way. Because it's one thing for, is it moral, right? There's the morality question, but we all know Bravo isn't really moral. You know, like, let's just be honest, you know, we wouldn't be having this situation if they were. They're not. They care about ratings and money. Okay? So on a moral standpoint, was Bravo, you know, liable that their employees, because again, these women are employed by Bravo. Bravo is cutting them a check. They're employed by Bravo, allegedly doing all of the cyber attacks and all of this stuff. Is there a moral liability? Yes. The difference is, now that Rinna has gone on record, because nowadays social media is the record, let's be honest, people will do a screenshot in court in a heartbeat. Now that she has gone on record and has alluded to the fact that it could have been Bravo production doing it, now that calls into question a legal liability against Bravo. And those are two different things. Bravo, to me, has already shown they don't really care when it's moral. They will do a very generic PSA Instagram post being like, we don't condone this, blah, 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 blah. Everybody, blah, 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 blah. Some very vanilla BS PSA that isn't really doing anything, no accountability, not talking about the facts. They already, you know, employ felons and alleged child sex traffickers, white collar criminals, fraudulent people. They already employ them. Not only do they employ them, but they rehire them. They brought Apollo back. They brought Teresa back. They brought Jen Shaw back. Like, they still have Erika, you know. We already know that Bravo doesn't care when it comes to morality. Just like the moral, decent thing. We already know they don't care. The difference is now Rinna has put them in the fire for legal responsibility. Because if what Lisa is saying, that a Bravo person, executive or producer or whoever, orchestrated the racist threats against a minor, that puts Bravo in the legal fire to be investigated, to be sued. You see what I'm saying? It's different. She took it, it went from a moral question to a legal one. And that is the moment we saw Lisa Rinna shut up. That was the one moment we saw her remove that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills hashtag. She said she's no longer talking about the show. She said she's only talking about fashion, love, and light on her Instagram. She removed a bunch of posts. So after everything that has happened on social media, all the Patrick stuff, all of the bots, all of the children, all of the whatever, Lisa Rinna was still running her mouth, going off the deep end. But the moment she implied Bravo could be legally liable for what happened to that boy, all of a sudden, she shut it down. You see what I'm saying? Because you really got to look at this stuff. You really got to look at it. Bravo had no problems just sort of wiping their hands and being like, let's just see what happens. Let's just watch Twitter space and see what happens. They haven't really said anything or done anything, right? But the moment she implied they could be legally liable, all of a sudden it shut down. All of a sudden. So I don't think she quit. I don't think she chose to be quiet. I think, again, she crossed the wrong line with the wrong people, and they very swiftly told her to close her mouth. That's what I think happened, because I don't think Lisa Rinna would be quiet on her own terms. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, SW. It might be LOL. I hope we find out. Me too. Hey, Shay B. Bravo better show everything. Good, bad, and the ugly. Yeah. I want to see everything. I want all of the receipts. I want all of the footage. I want all of the deleted episodes and scenes. I want it all. Hey, Gloria. Hey, beautiful Candy. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Isabel, you're spot on. She never should have gone after Kathy. That's right. That's right. That's where Rinna actually really messed up. Because she said it herself in one of her lives. She was like, I've been meaner in past seasons. I've been meaner before. Truth. She has been mean. Talking about Kim Richards on the verge of death, calling Yolanda Munchausen syndrome, saying, co-signing Erika going against Erika and what's her face, Brandy going against Denise with all of that, throwing Denise under the bus. Like, she's been horrible for a very, very long time. It was the moment she went after Kathy that she went after the wrong one. Hey, Pink Dynamite, see, she is such a non-factor. She hasn't had a storyline ever. She has no storyline. She uses Harry to cover up when she doesn't want to be accountable, and she uses her children's storyline. She uses her children's storyline as a storyline. What's going on with them? And then other people, right? Being in other people's business because she doesn't have a storyline and she's boring. Hey, Shay B, Kathy Hilton was a danger zone, 100%. And you notice how she went after Kathy this time and Bravo this time, and they shut her down. There's no way Lisa Rinna took all that off of her Instagram and is now being quiet and not talking about the show on her own accord. Absolutely not. Maybe they said that they would sue her if she kept going, because it's one thing to say, you know, Rinna did it. It's another thing to say Bravo did it. Hey, SW, I'm glad that she went after Kathy because either they will expose Rinna or Bravo. Yep, 100%. Isabel says, facts, SW. Shay B says, Rinna crossed the line. Yep, she crossed the line. She crossed the line and she went after the wrong one. She went after the wrong one. Rinna, you should have been watching my videos. I told you guys. I have conspiracy theory videos from months ago. And I said, the real reason why Rinna is being canceled by Bravo is because she went after Kathy. You should have watched my videos. You should have watched my videos, girl. You could have saved yourself. SW says, they are so not LOL. SW says, yes, Bravo is responsible. Yeah, they are responsible. They are responsible. They didn't want to do anything when it was just the castmates. But now that Lisa implied that they were a part of it, now it's a different story. It's one thing to be morally responsible. It's another thing to be legally responsible. And I don't think they want people investigating into Bravo. all the sleuths or the police or the feds. Hey, ST, I almost missed this live. Hopefully you can give us some time to see your notifications. Oh, okay. That's right, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So when that goes off, you'll get notified, and then I'll give you guys more time in the beginning to come into the room. Hey, Shavy, BSPSA. Yeah, the PSA was completely a non-issue. It did nothing. It was ridiculous. Hey, SW, it is like that is their hiring requirements, LOL. Like, they'd be like, do you have a scandal? Exactly. Hey, Shay B, as they should be. Yeah, they are responsible. Erika is a high liability as well. Huge. She's such a huge liability. 100%. And they're still keeping her on the show. Still. And think about it. They're keeping Jen Shah on Salt Lake City. They were scrambling trying to film something before she goes off to jail because she pleaded guilty. So it's no longer being like, oh, we're going to wait and see what happens in the court. Well, Jen Shah pleaded guilty, and you're still paying her to be on your show, and you're still scrambling to get screen time with her. Apollo went to prison, came back. He's back on RHOBH. Teresa went to prison, and they even did a pause for her on New Jersey. So they don't care if you're a felon. They don't care if you're a felon. They don't care if you're a fraud. They don't care if you're a white-collar criminal. They don't care if you're just a straight-up criminal. They don't care. They don't care. It's crazy. Hey, Pink Dynamite says right. Hey, Shelly. Rinna is a very evil person, in my honest opinion. I agree too. There's like a chip missing, like an empathy chip. She's very evil. She's very, very evil. She's another person who I think gets pleasure out of hurting other people. Like she likes it. Like she likes to hurt other people and she gets pleasure out of it, which is crazy. But yeah, you guys, this story has been a lot. It's gotten darker and darker and darker and darker. I hope it's over soon. I do want to see what they're going to do with this week's edit of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this Wednesday. I do want to see what they're going to show. I think it's like the first episode where we're introduced to the Aspen trip and everything. So I do want to see how they're going to show that, because as we know, last week they did a hiatus, presumably to re-edit, given everything that's been happening. So my question is, if you're being honest, this is my question to Bravo. If you're being honest, and it really is this, reality show, why do you have to re-edit? If you're being honest and truthful on your show, then regardless of what happens now, you shouldn't have to re-edit anything, because the first edit should have been true and accurate. But we already know Bravo has helped to create and facilitate lies and fake storylines. We already know that. Then what happened with Rinna? When Rinna on camera admitted that she lied about Harry and Garcelle and the whole stupid storyline about the spaghetti apology, spaghetti thank you, whatever it was, she on camera admitted that was a whole lie. Bravo never aired it and continued to edit to make it look like the whole spaghetti storyline was true. Spaghetti sauce was true. Until Rinna fell out of favor. And then all of a sudden we got leaked, deleted scenes. So you're already telling on yourself, Bravo. If you're being honest with your edits, if you're being honest with the timelines, if you're being honest with what's going on, there should not be delete scenes proving that people are lying about storylines. You should show it, because we as the audience deserve that. Next, you shouldn't have to re-edit, no matter what's popping off in social media, unless it's something that's like insensitive. You know what I mean? But that's not what's happening here. If you're being honest, the first edit should be the truthful one, but you're re-editing because you're trying to create a narrative to fit whatever agenda you have. And clearly, the fact that what's going on now with like all of us and the bot gates and everything, and nobody liking Rinna, nobody liking Erika, nobody liking Diana. Clearly now you have to go back and re-edit because the first time you edited it wasn't truthful or honest. And now you're seeing that we see the truth. Like Shannon Bedore, you will all see the truth. Now you're seeing that we see the truth. We're seeing past the BS. We're seeing through the fake storylines. We're seeing through the edits that protect certain people, because Bravo will protect people until they stop protecting people. Then you become a Nene. Then you become a Rinna. Then you become a Denise. They protect you until they don't protect you. And then all hell breaks loose. But if you were being honest, you would not need to re-edit it. So that right there shows me that Bravo was with the shits. That Bravo wasn't being honest. Now you're leaking scenes because it serves you, because you guys no longer want Rinna around. But when you wanted Rinna around, you protected her. But now we're getting deleted scenes. And now you're re-editing. See, you gotta really pay attention to this stuff. You gotta really pay attention to it. Hey Shay B, it's gross they still have those crooks on our TV screen. I agree. I'm serious. Like, I love doing the recaps and stuff, but we'll have some other shows we can recap. But if Bravo brings back Diana, given what her allegations are, I'm not watching it anymore. We'll still have the Candy Cane community. We can recap some other shows. You know, we'll find some new shows and some other shows to laugh about. But if they bring Diana back, given the fact of the allegations that she's a child sex trafficker, I can't in good conscience support that show. So we'll still have our recaps. We'll still have our keys. We can find some new shows to do. But I'm not going to do Beverly Hills if they bring Diana Jenkins back. Because I can't sit up here and, you know, talk about how evil and talk about how horrible she is and still support the show that pays her, you know? Hey, Shay B, absolutely. They created monsters, 100%. Hey, Gloria, that is very true, Candy. It's a reality show, real life. Yup. Hey, Darren, Rinna makes me sick. Me too. Me too. Hey, Barbara, she goes, I agree with you 100%. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. And then all the other stuff that came out today, you know, or over the weekend, you know, and to date, you know how I just did a short video on it, but it also came out that allegedly Erika has been caught doing cyber attacks in the past. Like, we all know that Ron Richardson was a lawyer or like some type of law person, whatever. And he was he was working for the other side who was suing Tom Girardi, and he was suing Erika Girardi, right? I think he has since stopped working with them, but he's still talking about it. He's still in the fold. He's still going after Erika. They had some type of Twitter beef. She brought his wife into it, and she was like, how do you sleep with that beast? You know, does he talk to you like he talks to us? Like, she was going off, and the wife was like, what? Like, she's like, I'm just his wife. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about, right? And then Erika was so rude to her and was like, you should just go suck a D, and like, all, you know how Erika is, went off on her. And then right after that, it turns out this woman, Lauren, who was his husband, got cyber attacked. She said in her DMs, there were a bunch of bots, you know, attacking her, saying really mean stuff. And then there was some social posts of her deceased father that got, you know, spammed with the bots and was attacked. So to me, I'm like, it's all making sense, because my conspiracy theory is that all three of them were in on it. Lisa Rinna, Diana, and Erika. I don't care who actually paid for it. I think all three of them were in on it. And they were all in Hawaii conspiring and manipulating and trying to figure out how they were going to keep their diamonds, how they were going to stay on the show, how they were going to, you know, become the new favorites, even though nobody wants them on the show anymore. And I think Erika probably was just like, well, you know what? The last time someone crossed me, I had, you know, a cyber attack. I had these bots go after them. And Rinna probably was just like, oh, well, I don't really like Garcelle. She hasn't fallen in line. You know, she has all this stuff. She's going after you, Erika, about your drinking. And, you know, oh, she's so guarded with you, Diana. And, you know, Garcelle is just, you know, she's never forgiven me for whatever. Maybe we could do that. I know a guy. I still think in my heart of hearts, and again, this is just allegedly, but I like to think logically. And from a logical standpoint, it makes way more sense that a group of girls, a group of women, a group of friends are together. They're complaining, they're talking crap. And it's like, oh, well, I did this and I did this. Well, you could do that, well, you could do that, blah, 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 blah. I think they were all in on it together. At the bare minimum, they all knew. Maybe they didn't actively participate, but they knew what was going to happen. And the fact that now we see that, you know, Erika, again, allegedly, but again, like the timing of it all, I don't think it's a coincidence that this woman who is just a random person, you know, just happens to be like the wife of this guy that Erika is beefing with. All of a sudden, after Erika goes after her, she gets all these bots and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Darren, Bravo needs to just clean house with Housewives of Beverly and start fresh. Bring in a few ladies back for season 13. I agree. I want to see Sutton and Garcelle back. I could do without Kyle. I could do without Dorit. I could do without all of them except for Garcelle and Sutton. I wouldn't mind Crystal. I wouldn't. You guys, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Barbara. Yes, Ronald Richards' wife. Yep. 100%. Hey, Shay B, not everyone is a fan of Ronald Richards, but he shows documents. Yeah, I know that there has been stuff with Ron Richards and all that stuff. Like, everyone's not a fan of him, his style, and all of that. But I don't think, see, that's the thing, right? That's right there. It kind of proves it. I'll say proves it, like allegedly, right? Because if the bots were, like, if these bots weren't targeted by Erika, they would have gone after Ron Richards. But the fact that they went after his wife, it seems more like that's Erika behind it. Hey, SW, Diana, as if she tried to be Garcelle's friend. Please, Diana was fed what to say and when to say it. She just, you know, isn't that good of an actress, and she missed her cue. And that's why she was like, Garcelle, you seem so guarded. And Garcelle was like, what are you talking about? And it was just like, ugh, no, Diana, we told you to say that, but this isn't the right time. And then she was all like, oh, wait, isn't that where we started? And they were like, no, we were talking about liability and lawsuits. Like, again, it just shows you Erika, Lisa, and Diana, maybe even Dorit, all get together and make up these fake storylines and narratives. And Bravo was right along with them until they weren't. That's why they're doing re-edits, and that's why now we're getting leaked scenes. If Bravo was on the up and up, they would have shown those scenes. Don't leak it now because you no longer have an interest in protecting them. Show it the first time. Hey, Carla. Bravo kept all these women of non-color showing racism. Yup, but quick to get rid of Mimi Leakes because she complained of racism. It's very clear Bravo is exhibiting racism. Yeah, I mean, they have been accused of that for a long time. Barbara, they planned this 100%. I just don't know why they thought they weren't going to get caught. Like, they were so sloppy. It's like, first of all, the bots were only following from the cast Lisa, Erika, and Diana. Like, at least don't be sloppy with it. You know, follow the entire cast. Or only follow one person. Because it had to be either way, right? Or at least throw in following a Crystal. Follow somebody. But the fact that it was only the 3 that the bots were following, it was like a straight trail. Hey, Ferris goes, hi, kitty girl. On my Daisy opinions I have on Rinna today, right? Hey, Darren, I would love to bring back Crystal for next season. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Crystal back. Quiet as it's kept, I wouldn't mind having Dorit back. But I feel like a friend of, and she needs to really earn it. Because, again, I think right now Dorit is like us. And she's just like, this is really dark and really evil. And I'm trying to get out of it. She's basically like, I just want Mauricio and money. I didn't sign up for the evil parts. Hey, hey, Farrah, if Patrick and Denise show those alleged receipts, oh boy, it's going to be a party and I'll have my popcorn ready. Me too. Me too. Hey, SW, LOL, right? Ha, they so told her. Yep. Hey, Shay B, the dates in the Hawaii trip are very telling. Yep. Yep. I mean, just think about it. Just think about how people are, you know? You're sitting around with your friends. You're complaining about the chicks you don't like. You're complaining about the chicks that don't like you. And you just talk. And you're just like, well, the last time someone did this to me, I did this, this, and this. Oh, you did? How to do that? Well, this way, blah, blah, blah. For real? You know? Usually the simplest answer is the right one. And to me, the simplest thing is these women that we all know always get together, fake storylines, concoct narratives. They were together. They were concocting, they were conspiring, and for whatever reason, they decided that the best thing for them to do was to cyberbully and attack a child. And somehow they thought they were going to get away with it in 2022, where everything has a digital trail. Everything. Now, again, it's alleged. Until we get the, because like Patrick is coming with like things that make sense, but then some things that don't make sense. He's coming with receipts, but not irrefutable receipts. So I'm with Patrick. I just need him to come out, like, stop playing. You know what I mean? Like, stop playing. Stop giving pieces, but not the whole thing. Just come out and give every single, I need an invoice. You know what I mean? I need an invoice. I need a voicemail. I need a signature. I need something that is just 100%. This is the person who did it. You see what I'm saying? That's really what I need. Hey, Barbara. She goes, they didn't think they were going to get caught because they're dumb. SW uses LOL. Hey, you say Kate? Wasn't Ron Richardson Russell Armstrong's divorce attorney? Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, if he was his divorce attorney, that is very telling. Very, very telling. Dorit is a phony, says Barbara. Yeah. Dorit's a phony and she's a follower. And I think right now Dorit is really just trying to get out of it unscathed. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. Hey, Farrah, she goes, do you think Rinna will show up for the reunion to tie up her blah, blah, blah is tight? Or do you think she'll hide? I love that Karma bashed down her door after her BS with Kim, LVP, Denise, Yolanda, etc. If it's Rinna, I think, do they get paid for the reunion? I think if she gets paid to go to the reunion, she'll go and she will lie and deny as much as she can. And she'll fake cry. She'll blame Harry. She'll be like, Harry said to do the bots, and it was Harry. Harry said it. You know, it was Harry Hamlin. Harry Hamlin told me to do the bots. I think she'll be there. If she's getting paid, she'll go. If she's getting paid, she'll go. Hey, Chocolate Drip, happy days are here again. Woohoo! I know. Hey, Bonnie Boogie. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Kimmy Pie, I need the paper shell. That's exactly like Patrick, like parts of your story tracks. There are some parts where I still need confirmation on it. So I'm keeping an open mind. Just thinking logically, is it necessarily true that Patrick was the one who helped her? No. But I also think that it could be true that she still did it. Even if it wasn't through Patrick, just on my gut, I still think these three women were behind it. Maybe you see what I'm saying? Like, it didn't have to be through him, but both things can be true. He could not be telling the truth, and they also could still be behind it. Like, he's not the only way for them to do this, right? So who knows? Shay B says she'll show up. She needs that check. Yeah. What else does Lisa have? I don't think anybody's buying Rinna Beauty. She got fired from the QVC. I don't think they're running those Depends commercials anymore. What else does she have? Harry Hamlin's in Canada. The girls are gone. What else does she have? Hey, Barbara, yes, they get paid separately for the reunion. Then she'll be there. Then she'll be there. Hey, Farrah at Shade B, I can foresee her screaming like crazy. Yeah, she's going to lie, deny, and deflect. She's going to lie, deny, and deflect. Hey, Barbara, that poor box would have never missed a reunion. So true. Hey, SW, or maybe they told him to do this to confuse people. No, I don't think that they would tell him to do it. Because the thing is, I think that they really were trying to distance themselves as far as possible. I don't think that they would tell him to do it. They can't be that dumb, because that would be like, that would really be really, really dumb. I can't think of a single, because it's not confusing us. It's honestly just making us believe more and more that they actually really did have something to do with it. Does that make sense? Hey, ST, some people sit in the back room, plot and plan their attacks against others. 100%, especially the housewives. They all say it. They all say how they get together and talk about what they're going to talk about, what they're not going to talk about, what their storyline's going to be, this, that, and the third. Hey, Barbara, we need some kind of proof from Patrick, not just his word. Yeah, I agree. Where's the invoice? Where's the email? You know what I mean? I need something that isn't photoshopped. I need something that is 100% true. Hey, Farrah, she's gone from the housewife we love to hate to someone who everybody just hates, period. Wish she hadn't become this way. I agree. I mean, there was one point where she was like a lovable villain, but then it just kept getting darker and darker and darker and darker and darker. Galaxy says, I think they're plugging a new show for husbands. Like the Real Husbands of Beverly Hills? What? Hey, Barbara, they did it. Yeah. Hey, ST, maybe this will be the way they introduce Denise Richards again. I mean, I think Denise is gunning to come back. Allegedly, she reached out to Patrick herself. Allegedly, she reached out to him on DM and was just like, hey, has anybody ever contracted you to go after me and my family? And he said, yeah, not for bots, but for allegedly what they were contracted to do, and allegedly by Rinna, because she asked if it was Rinna and he confirmed that it was. Allegedly, Rinna had contracted him that when people would like search for Denise Richards, that only certain articles would pop up. So they were trying to control the algorithm, where when people were searching for Denise Richards, negative stuff would come up. So basically trying to like smear her, to go against her. Allegedly, that's what Patrick said Lisa Rinna was doing against Denise. Hey, who said Kate? She goes, I was leaning into this Patrick dude till he said he'd been invited to the reunion. I know. So we'll see. One thing Patrick did do, I mean, he tagged me in his Instagram story. I posted it in the community tab. So I was like, okay, Patrick. I might be a small YouTuber, but I'm making my way, I'm making my way. Patrick tagged me in his stories. I was like, okay. So we're doing it. Speaking of being a small YouTuber, you guys, if you're watching and it's a fun kiki, let's help me grow organically, no bots over here, no fake subs. So if you're having fun, please subscribe and share it so I can grow organically. No bots and no fake subs over here, unlike Lisa Rinna. Hey, Farrah, yes, bring Denise and LV back, please. I would love Denise to come back. I would love LVP to come back, 100%. I only want Kim to come back if there is a Rinna who's like a friend of for her to torture. I don't know if I want Kim back just to have Kim back, if that makes sense. Hey, Robert, yes, they are that dumb. Galaxy says, Real Husbands of Sunset. Shay says, lovable villain. I know, right? It's like you have to have a lovable villain. Like Kenya. Kenya was a lovable villain because she had her, she was a villain, but, it's like, oh, Kenya, pish posh. Hey, Farrah, I think Patrick was waiting for a big payout to release receipts. But then again, he's saying he's invited to the reunion. Makes zero sense. Why would they invite him? Yeah, I don't know. And then I didn't see it myself. I just saw someone say, like, Andy came out and said that's not true. He's not invited.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know, if people are now coming out and saying he's not invited, I need him to drop the receipt where he was, or else it's just like, this really was crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing. Do I think Patrick is telling 100% of the truth? No. Do I think these girls are telling 100% of the truth? No. I don't think we yet to know the full truth. And honestly, I don't know if we ever will know the full actual truth of what went down. HAB, organically is key. That's right. That's right. I might be small right now, but we're mighty, and we're growing and we're growing and we're growing and we're growing. And it's going to be all organic, because some of these people out here have, like, you know, I'm approaching 6K. Woohoo! So we have some people out here who go from like 5 to like 20 in like a week. And I'm always like, how did you go from 5 to 20 in a week? But it's not my business. I'm just going to mind my own business. Hey, Thera. Jules, Brandy and Rinna should have their own separate show. The evil and wackadoodle housewives. Like, I don't know. They should go to Sing Sing or something. Hey, SW. Also, only if Kim can handle it. I think her mental health is more important. Yeah, I agree. It's like a little too touch and go. I agree. Hey, Barbara. I'm afraid for Kim's sobriety. Yeah, that she'll never seems to help her in that area. I agree. Hey, Misty. She says, hello, Kitty and the Kitty Canes. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Hey, Galaxy. Does Patrick even own a bot company, or is he Lisa Rinna's controlled opposition? Well, allegedly, Patrick is a marketing manager at like a social media digital marketing company. And these companies do exist. Like, they do, where you can, you know, buy your verification. You can buy your blue check mark. You can buy comments. You can buy followers. You can buy subscribers. You can buy downloads. You can buy, like, unfortunately, in this day and age, you literally can buy anything online. You can buy your followers. You can buy the comments. You can buy subscriptions. You can buy all of that stuff. And so I guess what his company does is they do, like, you know, your online reputation, you know, removing stuff from online, getting the algorithm so we can do this, that, and the third. And unfortunately, if you can do it for your own account, you can target other accounts. That's how they can target, you know, Lauren's account, or, you know, Jax's account, or other people's account. They can target your account if it's public for the bots and for all of that stuff. So I think he owns like a digital marketing company who are doing sort of just like kind of like shady stuff. But yeah. Hey, Isabel, I found you. You're very sweet and pretty, but more importantly, you're really good at the recaps. Thank you so much, Isabel. I appreciate you. That's right. We're growing and growing and growing and growing. Hey, Barbara, I'm afraid for Kim's sobriety if she comes back. This show seemed to push her over the edge, 100%. Misty says, so Lisa is really gone. It's looking like it. This is the thing when it comes to her. I think if she isn't already 100% gone, she's on the thinnest of the thinnest of the thinnest of ice. Because Bravo let her run her mouth this entire time. Run her mouth. But they shut her down the moment she insinuated that the racist and threats to Jax could have come from them. The moment she insinuated maybe Bravo production did this, they shut her down. Literally. Because she got shut down today. Removing the hashtags, removing the posts. I'm only going to talk about fashion and positivity. I'm no longer going to talk about the show. You think that was Lisa Rinna's choice? Or do you think an executive from Bravo said, excuse me, miss, keep our name out your mouth? Or we will sue you, sweetheart. Because it's one thing for the girls to throw accusations at each other. It's another thing for the girls to throw accusations at the network. Remember, Bravo is a corporation. They're owned by NBC. That's a huge corporation. I think the last thing NBC wants, especially given, you know, Nene just was suing them. You know, Nene sued them. Mariah Huq sued them. They have all types of lawsuits going on. They already have a horrible reputation for favoritism and racism and all of that stuff, right? They already have that bad rap and already facing all these public lawsuits. The last thing Bravo wants is for them to somehow be legally liable for what happened to Jax. And the only person who actually pointed a finger at Bravo was Lisa Rinna. And the moment she did, look at her Instagram now. No talk of the Housewives, no talk of Bravo, no talk of it, nothing. Clean, wiped clean of it, just her family and her lips and all that stuff. Because the only person who insinuated that it was Bravo, the production company, was Lisa Rinna. And they shut her up real quick. But as long as they were blaming each other, Bravo said nothing. Bravo blamed us in their PSA. Oh, fans, don't get out of control. They blamed us. They blamed us. So I don't think Bravo's really gonna mess with Lisa anymore. She messed up when she went for Kathy Hilton, and now she really messed up when she implied some way Bravo was behind this. And that's why they shut her down. Because do you think Lisa Rinna on her own accord would ever back down? No, because she doesn't care. Hey, my presence, if she isn't fired, we know she may be telling the truth. Hey, Darren Hood, us fans won't find out anything accurate until actual tea is served the day after. 100%. Hey, JB, Kim's mental health should be protected. I agree. Yeah, I think it's probably best for her health that she doesn't come back. You know what I mean? So she can just really focus on her sobriety, focus on her mental health, and just be okay. Hey, Gloria. She goes, all three racists. Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, Diana Jenkins. They go hand in hand on this one. They do. Thank you, JP. That's right, you guys. Hit that like button. Hit them up, hit them up, hit them up. Yay, thank you, Miss T. Community is better with a Kiki. That is right. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Barbara, offer Rinna a couple of bucks after she gets fired. She'll spill. That is so true. She really will. She really, really will. Hey, ST, even before the rumors, I saw Dorit and Mauricio went off together during a party. Then peep an earlier episode where Kyle shows her the lingerie that she bought and Dorit looked mad. I believe it. I know. This is the thing. I really did not want to believe it. I really didn't. But when I saw the way, shout out to Karen Hooger's wig on that YouTube channel. When I saw the way that she smelled Mauricio and kissed him, that's the way you smell and kiss someone you've been intimate with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was the way she smelled him and touched him. Like, Dorit, you caught feelings. Mauricio was just hooking up with you. And I think Dorit caught feelings. Mauricio doesn't want you, sweetheart. Mauricio isn't leaving Kyle, and Kyle isn't leaving Mauricio. They're not. He can cheat all he wants. She can do as many splits as he wants. I think they're just a couple that will always stay together. And if he cheats, he cheats. Not all. I mean, trust me. I mean, well, this is the thing. I'll put it this way. Maybe the fact that it's with Dorit, that might be the straw. You know, sometimes it's like you cheat, just don't have a child, and then the child comes. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying this is how I feel. This is not how I personally feel. But in sometimes it's like, it's not if you cheat, it's who you cheat with. Because we've been hearing rumors about Mauricio for years. Hey, Farrah, Winna will do a tell-all book called Own It when she's 80 saying she's sorry. No, she'll be on a podcast by then. Hey, JB ran her mouth with no conscience for years. Exactly. Rinna's been running her mouth, doing all that stuff. If Bravo cared about morality, they would have stopped Rinna a long time ago. Yolanda Munchausen syndrome, Kim on the verge of death, backstabbing Denise all over the place, bullying LVP when she was grieving the deaths of her mother and her brother. If they cared about morality, they would have stopped Lisa Rinna a long time. And they still wasn't even stopping her. They only stopped her when she insinuated that they were behind the attacks. Do I think Bravo was behind the attacks? Absolutely not. No, of course Bravo was not behind the attacks. But the fact that she insinuated that they were, it's the mere insinuation of it can put them into jeopardy. You know what I mean? And we all know, like I said before, Bravo just got out of a lawsuit against Nene for racism. You know, Bravo, we haven't heard a peep, but I'm pretty sure Bravo settled with Mariah. You know, Bravo's been it's very problematic. So do I think Bravo was behind the bots? No. I think it was Lisa, Rinna, Erika, and Diana. Allegedly. I don't think Bravo had anything to do with it. But when you insinuate something, you plant that seed. And that's the last thing Bravo needs. Hey, Darren Hood, Rinna posted something earlier. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. How she posts like, oh, I'm not going to do anything and all that stuff. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And she did that video insinuating LVP, Kathy, and Bravo. And then after that, they shut her down. Hey, Bravo, Lisa cleaned up her Instagram page. No sign of any housewives except for Diana. That's what I'm saying. She did that video insinuating that it could have been a Bravo production, insinuating it could have been Kathy Hilton, insinuating it could have been LVP. She did that video, and then after that video, exactly, she cleaned up her Instagram. There's no signs of housewives except for a photo of her and Diana, and she removed the hashtag Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from her bio. Because she crossed the line. Do I think she did it on her own accord? No. I think the powerful people, probably not even at Bravo, probably the powerful people at NBC Universal, who owns Bravo, someone from there probably called her and was like, excuse me, did you insinuate that we did a racist, threatening attack on a minor child? You're done, sweetheart. You're done. Keep our name out your mouth, unless you want a lawsuit for defamation. Because companies can sue you too. You know, you can be sued by a company. And if we're really thinking about it, like really critically thinking about it, the only person who ever said Bravo could have been behind it was Lisa Rinna. And that is a huge accusation. That is a very huge accusation. Like imagine, you know, because again, Bravo and NBC, they're a corporation. Imagine if they were like Apple, orchestrated a cyber attack against a young child, a racist attack and threatening, saying we're going to have our knee on your neck. Could you imagine what would happen to Apple stock? Could you imagine Starbucks accused of a racist attack against a child? McDonald's, Sony, Tesla, you know what I mean? Like these are corporations. And for her to insinuate that Bravo is responsible for this has, in reality, big consequences, huge consequences. And that's why they shut her down. I think it's beyond Kathy Hilton. I think it's the fact that she said Bravo shut her down. And that's why she cleaned up everything. Darren Rinna posted something earlier. SW, oh wow, she might have gotten fired then, LOL. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I saw some people say, oh, did Rinna quit? Did she do this, that, and the third? No, Rinna would never quit on her own accord. She messed up when she insinuated that Bravo was a part of the bots. I don't think Bravo had anything to do with the bots. But to insinuate that they did is huge. Huge. You're saying a corporation? Because that's what it represents. A production is representative of the corporation that they work for. So if she's saying a producer did it, she's saying Bravo did it, and that makes Bravo liable legally. I don't think they did. I don't think Bravo had anything to do with the bots, nothing. But the fact that she insinuated that they did is huge. Hey, Farah, I think Bravo won't mess with her because either she will sue them or they will sue her post-firing quitting. Yeah, I think they threatened her. And that's why she removed everything. Same thing happened with Nene when her case got dismissed. Nene had on her profile blacklisted, blah, 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 all this stuff. But the moment her case got dismissed, she changed her profile to be like host, actor, or something like that. You know, she cleaned it all up. And she's been quiet. Hey, Farah, I think okay, that's right. Farah, I'll be very surprised if she's back next season. I would be floored if she's back. I would be floored if they brought her back. I highly doubt it. I'm interested to see what happens. This reunion's gonna be fire. And Andy, sir, you better bring it. I don't want any softballs. I don't want any, you protecting people. You just better bring it, Andy. You better bring it. Hey, Bravo, isn't it karma that Lisa did herself in? 100%. Hey, Galaxy, no wonder Dorit keeps tossing the divorce word out on PK. Yeah, I mean, I think Dorit's over PK. I don't, it seems like they're over, you know, and it seems like he's doing his own thing. Like the fact that she didn't care that he was out at like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like it was normal when he got his DUI. Hey, Shay B, the way Mauricio and Dorit are suspects. Yeah, when I saw her smell and kiss him, like she forgot she was on camera. She was that infatuated. Like she forgot she was on camera. You know? A mess. Hey, Farah, Karma knocked, and she didn't answer, so it bashed the door down. Exactly. Hey, Barbara, no, Kyle and Mo will stay together. There's been rumors for him since season 1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The only reason why I think this would be different is because Dorit was her best friend and Dorit was her co-star. Like, I think in my life, I don't believe this. You cheat, we're done. But I do think some people have relationships where the guy can go, or the girl can go, I'm not being sexist, the person can go cheat, do their thing with whatever, whomever. But it's like, you don't cheat with like my sister. You don't cheat with my friend. You don't cheat with my co-star. You see what I'm saying? So the only reason why I think it would be different with the cheating is because of who he allegedly cheated with, being Dorit. I think that would be the only difference, because I think that, you know, allegedly he's already cheated in the past, sure. But when you cheat with my friend, when you cheat with my co-star, when people on YouTube and social media are talking about it, that's a different type of disrespect, if that makes sense. Hey, Steve C, the trip to Hawaii was planning meeting. 100%. Hey, Farah, though I have to say, she still hasn't surpassed Teddy as the worst housewife. She was that silent wife type. Yeah. 100. Teddy was just so boring. There it goes. Oh my God, Steve C. Yes. JB, the bottom line is no one is untouchable even when they think they are. Exactly. SW, exactly. And I think she breached the contract by saying that. Yep. Steven C, no reason the network is ever going to do something like that. There is too much to lose. Yeah, it makes no sense. And why would the network do that? And also, Rinna, keep LVP's name out your mouth. Like, LVP doesn't talk about you. She doesn't think about you. She's doing her own thing. Like, why are you and Teddy still so obsessed? Hey, Darren Hood, I hope NBC Universal is putting their foot down. That's what I think is happening. Because we have to think about it. Like, you know, we're on YouTube and we're not like laughing, but we're having a kiki and we're talking about it. And we're having a Discord because even though it's a reality show, there's some heavy, dark stuff coming out, you know, going after a child, you know, racism and, you know, just bullying in general. There's some heavy stuff coming out and we're having these discussions, which I think is great. I think we should keep talking about it. The more we talk about it, you know, the more stigma will be gone, the more shame will be gone, the more education will be gone, the better will be. So I'm happy we're having those conversations. When you really think, sure, we're on YouTube talking about it. But for someone, particularly a cast member, who is also an employee, to insinuate that a corporation orchestrated an attack against a child, that's huge. That's huge. You know, that's a big thing. It's one thing for us to be like, is Patrick telling the truth? You know, what's going on with Patrick? Is he going to the reunion? What are the receipts? Like, that's one thing. But it's another thing to be like, this company orchestrated an attack on a child. to get back at Rinna. That's huge. That's huge. Hey, Isabel, do you think Garcelle will follow Erika again, or do you think they are done? Oh, I think they're done. I think they're done. Yeah, I think they're done. Like, you can't. Like, I don't think there's any coming back. From this at this particular point in time. I don't think there's any coming back from this when it comes to any semblance of a friendship. It's like, you went after my child once and I checked you, and then you did it again. Now we really have a problem. Hey, Steve, Rinna will have to be dragged out kicking and screaming. She'll never give up a paycheck voluntarily. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think she voluntarily stopped talking about the show. I don't think she voluntarily, wants to go quiet. I think that someone from the powers that be gave her a little call and was like, keep our name out your mouth now, because now you've gone too far. Now you've gone too far. That's what I think happened. Hey, Andrea, all of these women need to be fired, deleted. Exactly. Hemsley, Coriates, Lee, Kyle, Richards, Lisa Rinna, Girardi. Yep, exactly. They need to get rid of that cast. They are very toxic and have been for a couple of seasons. I agree 100%. 100%. Hey, Andrea, very toxic show. The bully mentality, exactly, that they show on that Beverly Hills, especially being rich women, and now racist attacks against a minor Black child. Bravo's gone too far. 100%. It's too far at this point. It's too far. It's too far and too deep. It's too much. Hey, Barbara, Kyle, Erika, and Rinna's bully mean girl behavior has ruined the show. Yeah. And you know what? It really started with the Fox 4-5. We talk about the 4, but it really started with the 5, because it was the Fox Force 5. It was Teddy, Kyle, Erika, Rinna, and Dorit. And I believe they all got together to be mean girls to take down LVP. And that's when it really turned to this really dark. It was dark with Kim. It was dark with Yolanda. But when they got together with that Fox Force 5, and they really did everything in their power to break LVP when she was grieving the death of her brother and her mother, that's when the show really took a deep dive into hell. It was horrible. It was horrible. And that's when it really got really disgusting. When it was started, when they created that Fox Force 5. And then they fired Teddy, and it became the 4. Hey, ST, yep, it was weird the way she kissed and hugged Mauricio from behind. Mauricio is not going anywhere. He's related to a Rothschild. Exactly. Mauricio isn't going anywhere, and neither is Kyle. I think that they're going to lie and deny, and Dorit's going to be gone. That's what I think. I don't know if I could stay friends with someone who I saw them do that to my husband. I'm not a violent person, but the way she smelled him. Hey, SW, he goes, we know it is over when Dorit loses her accent, LOL. Exactly. She became from Connecticut real quick. Because that's the thing. Dorit isn't European. She was born in, like, Connecticut. Like, she's literally from Connecticut. Like, girl, stop. Hey, Shavy, agree. Some people tolerate cheating or it's accepted. Not for me. Yeah, some people tolerate it. Or they have hall passes or whatever you call it. I mean, it's not me. It's not me. It's not for me. Not my life. But some people do. Hey, Darren Hood, Married to Medicine Season 9 reunion taping is scheduled for September 15th. Woo-woo! Hey, Tookie, wait, I'm late. Rinna got fired? Okay, so we don't know 100% if she's fired. What we do know is that it was either yesterday or this morning, somewhere within that time frame, she posted a video insinuating that the people behind the cyber attacks against Jax, the racist threats against the child, was either someone from production from Bravo, someone because she was saying, oh, we have a producer now on the show who used to be a producer for Vanderpump Rules. You know, maybe that producer is, you know, getting me back because of LVP. Or, oh, it's so crazy how this is happening now that the Aspen episodes are going to air. You know, maybe it's production, or maybe it's Kathy Hilton doing it to get back at, basically she's making herself the victim, to get back at me because of LVP and because of Aspen. So she was insinuating that someone from Bravo, a producer, someone on the production team, could have been, she didn't come out and say it 100% obviously, but she was insinuating that someone from Bravo was behind the cyber attacks in order to sabotage her. And a couple hours after that, you go on Lisa Rinna's Instagram right now, and it is clean. There is no talk of the Real Housewives. There's no more hashtag, you know, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. There are no photos with the other housewives except for Diana. Some people were reporting that maybe she quit. No, I don't think she quit. I don't think she would ever quit. You would have to pry her away. You see what I'm saying? I don't think she's the type of person that's going to quit because she just is that thirsty. I think the people, the power that be at NBC got wind that she insinuated that they were behind these attacks and checked her. Do I think she'll be coming back? No. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with the reunion. They probably were like, you insinuate that we were behind the attacks of a child one more time and we will sue you. Hey, Barbara, Kyle and Dorit don't spend much time together on the show anymore. Hey, Farrah at Tookie, we still don't know. She deleted all links to the show. Yup, it is dirty. It's dirty. Hey, Flying Monkey Totes. If she's let go, it's pretty toxic that she took herself out. No one else but herself. Go away. Exactly. Hey, Barbara, it accelerated when we went after Denise next. Pure ugly. Yeah. Yeah, it just got bad. Like, no, like the whole going after Denise thing, that was hard to watch. Hey, Farrah, I think Kyla's just keeping Dorit close so there's no other storyline. Remember how she freaked out that Mav's cheating was even brought up? True. I remember she got mad at LVP, who was just trying to make a friendly, like, you know, was trying to make light of it and got mad at her. It's just like, girl, stop. LVP did not make your husband cheat. Girl, bye. Hey, Shay B, I bet he smells good. I know. He probably smells like, you know, a little ganja with some, like, Chanel mad. Hey, Miss T, Dorit accent is real. Hey, Farrah. Yes, Denise was next level bullied. She really was. I couldn't watch the following season for a while, and it had me hoping when I'm a 50-year-old woman aren't immature and mean like that. I know. It was insane. It was insane. Hey, Farrah, I think your accent is real. When you live in various places, etc., you pick up different ways to pronounce different things. I can relate. Hey, Cindy. She is more evil than anyone ever guessed. 100%. Hey, Miss T, Lisa running scared. She might be scared. I mean, a word on the street, she was panicking. She was shaking when the rumors came out that Patrick was going to be on the show, because it's like, what else is Patrick going to expose? You know, what else has she been up to? Hey, Shay B, I'm not going to make any accusations regarding Kathy at this point. We shall see. Yep. 100%. Hey, Barbara, I stopped watching after what they did to LVP. It was so dark. It was so dark. Shay B smells like money. Yes. Yes. That is so funny. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And this is the thing, when it comes to the Kathy stuff, I never bought it. I never bought into, and again, I'm not giving anybody a pass. I know that things have come up with like the Hilton family and the Rothschild family and all of that. Like, I get it. I totally get it. But in this particular situation, I never believed that Kathy went off the deep end and was saying the N-word and homophobic stuff. It didn't track to me. Like, logically, it didn't track. One, I just don't see Kathy doing that knowing she's being filmed on camera. It doesn't track, because she even said in the other episode how Rick warned her, like, if you say anything, you may not even mean it, but you could be canceled and all this stuff. It didn't track to me. And it also didn't track because the only people talking about it was just Lisa Rinna. and maybe like an Erika, you know, but it was only like those two couple of people, maybe Rinna, whatever. It was only them. So that didn't track. And also, there was no receipts. There was no leaked footage. And I don't mean Bravo's footage, because we all know they will delete a scene and leak it when it serves them. But there was no outside person. There was no, you know, somebody with a camera, you know, a waiter, you know, with their phone out. There was no person coming forward. Like, I heard her say it. She said it to me. This happened. There was nothing. There was literally nothing. And also, the way Kathy responded was not the way a guilty person responds. She was out here throwing cash. She was out here throwing what do you call it? Throwing parties. You know, she did a viewing party for the show at her house. She was out here doing press, talking about, I lost my temper, I said something mean to my sister, and we made up. To me, that makes the most sense. I just don't think if Kathy Hilton truly, truly, truly went on a racist, homophobic rampage in front of cameras, in front of other people, would she be so freely out here doing press and having parties? It just doesn't track. I think someone like Kathy, if she really did that, she would have just stopped. She would have iced it out. She would have been like, I'm done, I'm out, goodbye. And she would go do her other projects and completely remove herself from the situation. She would not put herself in the position to be questioned about it, to be in the line of fire about it, for a receipt to be leaked. Like in 2022, everybody has their cell phone out, especially when you know people are being filmed, especially when you know, there's a whole camera crew of people and all of these celebrities and reality stars. You know, everybody has their phone. And the fact that nothing, and I mean nothing leaked, nothing, just made me believe Rinna was lying. And then don't forget, back in June, our good friend Patrick Summers, he came out and said Rinna was lying. He was like, no, Rinna hired me. You know, I do her marketing. I'm the digital marketing manager, or whatever it was. She hired me to make up a feud between her and Kathy, so she would have a storyline for the next season. And he said Kathy had nothing to do with it. It was in page 6. It was in all this stuff. So to me, it's like, there's nobody co-signing this. Kathy isn't acting guilty. Patrick has come out, and this was before Botgate. He came out in June talking about how Rinna would buy campaigns to smear other people and to make up stuff. So to me, the only person who looks like they're lying is Rinna. Because Kathy is not acting like somebody who just in 2022, being a rich white woman, just went on a racist and homophobic, tantrum. She's not acting like that. You see what I'm saying? So I never believed it when it came to Kathy, and I still don't. Unless they really produce an actual on-camera video receipt of her doing the rant, I just don't believe it. I think the girls were probably irritating her. She was probably irritated with Kyle. I mean, who wouldn't be? And she probably popped off on her sister. She probably did throw a temper tantrum and probably popped off on her sister. And that was it. I don't think she went on some rant. There's nobody coming forward. The alleged waiter that she said stuff to, Sutton's assistant that she allegedly said stuff to, who are they? Nobody's come forward. You know what I mean? No one's come forward to either say yes or no, because it seems like it just didn't happen. But let's see what you guys are saying. Ta-da! Yay! Hey, Josie, Lisa is so toxic. She's very toxic. I mean, when her own children were on Instagram crying for help, that's when I'm like, there's a problem. If your own child, you're not willing to help them, then you're really not for this. You're not for the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to help your own child, then you're capable of anything. Anything. I couldn't imagine, I don't have kids, but I couldn't imagine anybody in my life that I loved needing help and me not doing everything I could to help them, let alone a child. Like, I know her kids are like early 20s, but like they're still her kid. You know what I mean? Hey, Barbara, she'll never quit. She has 3 mortgages on that rat-infested house. God damn. Not the rat-infested house. Hey, Farah, someone please tell me why they didn't air an episode last week. I didn't even realize there's not been an episode since that boring disco thing. Okay, so the reason why I think they didn't air last week is because I think they are going back and re-editing. That's what I think. Because there's no other logical reason why we didn't get an episode last week other than the fact that they are now going back and they are re-editing. I think they're re-editing now stuff that they should have probably kept in the first place, and now they're going back. Hey, Adrians. He goes, welcome back. Missed you. Yay. Thank you, sweetheart. Vera says, bravo. Ha, ha, ha. Exactly. Tiki says, wow. Yeah, I don't see Rinna returning next season. Me either. I don't see how they could. I don't see how they could. Hey, bravo. He smells like weed. I know. I know. His eyes are never able. Hey, Fam says, hello. I'm at work listening to your live. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Hey, Toshigo, I don't think Garcelle would still be friends with Kathy if she was so racist. Exactly. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't think. I really don't. Hey, Farah, I also feel like if sisters have an issue, friends need to stay out unless, of course, it's physical. Like, who is Rinna to keep coming for these strange but sometimes likable sisters? I agree. Like, Rinna, why do you always insert yourself between Kyle and Kim? Now you're inserting yourself between Kyle and Kathy. And also, Kyle, this is why we call you vile. I don't care if you're beefing with your sisters. Don't you ever side with someone outside of your family. I'm not saying you condone that behavior. I'm not saying you bully or do any of that. But if me and my sister are beefing, I'm still not going to align myself with somebody else who's trying to take her down. It just doesn't make sense. And that's when they were saying how even behind the scenes, behind Kyle's back, allegedly, Lisa was like, I don't respect Kyle because Kyle allows me to disrespect her sisters. So even Rinna, as snake as she is, was like, yeah, Kyle, I don't respect Kyle because she lets me go after her sisters. And what type of person co-signs another person going after their family? You see what I'm saying? Hey, Flying Monkey Totes. Could it be that she made reference to Mo's Mex Jewish heritage? It's been said that Kathy said Kyle's children are unattractive because she married Mo. Duh, they are all beautiful. This is the thing. Probably, maybe, I could see Kathy saying that. And again, I'm not trying to condone her behavior, but Kathy has always read The Girls for Filth. And I'm not trying to equate talking about someone being, Mexican or Jewish with, a Kiki Reed. But I do think that Kathy is always like, oh, are you really going to wear that? Are you going to be, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it had more to do with that than the other stuff. Yeah, Kathy does. Hey, Miss T, that's right. Kathy does have a lot to lose. She has a lot to lose because Kathy isn't just Kathy. She's a Hilton. And she's the mother-in-law to a Rothschild. Those are corporations behind those names. Big companies. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Hey, Valda. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Barbara. She goes, yeah, years ago, Kim alluded to knowing some secret about Harry Hamlin. I believe there definitely is something that Rinna doesn't want found out. Yeah, so allegedly, Harry Hamlin assaulted his girlfriend. So he was cheating on his girlfriend, I forgot what her name is, with Rinna. She found out, they got into a fight. Allegedly, he beat her up and assaulted her. And allegedly, Rinna found out. And Rinna then went to the woman and threatened the woman and was like, you better not tell anybody I will have you blacklisted. I will go to every executive, like, and talk about you, like, you better never tell. And the girl freaked out so much, she left acting. I think she went on to marry Bruce Springsteen or something like that. But that is allegedly what Harry Hamlin did. And then also allegedly Harry Hamlin basically has like his own life in Canada, maybe with a boyfriend or something like that. That allegedly Harry, does his own thing type situation. And that's no shade to LGBTQIA. I think everyone, love is love. So there's no disrespect to that by any means. If we talk about that over here at the Candy Cane community, we accept and embrace all colors, all races, all sexual orientations. There's no judgment here. We are an inclusive community. So when I refer to those types of rumors, it is by no means to be disparaging. It's just sharing the tea. So I just want to make sure everybody knows we are inclusive over here. Hey, Farah. If no one comes forward, she either hasn't said those things or she apologized and everyone's forgiven and moved on, and Rinna isn't liking that. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it happened. And I'm going to tell you why again. Because, again, you got to think about how do people operate. People usually operate from their own interest. I'm not saying that we're all these mean, selfish monsters, but just evolution. You know what I mean? Just survival. We are hardwired to act in our own self-interest. So I think that if she did say those things, either one of two things happen. If she really said them, it's more than an apology. She had to pay everybody off. And I mean everybody off, because they could take their story to any Daily Mail, to TMZ, to whatever, and they could sell. People pay. People pay. That's why they were saying before, maybe Patrick is waiting for a payout. Maybe he's waiting for a payout from, a media company or whatever to show the real receipts so they can have the exclusive. That's one thing too. That could be a reason why he hasn't come with the real receipts. Maybe he's waiting for a payout. But I think if she said it, either she paid like legitimately every single, from the grip to the stranger on the street, to the waiter, to the intern, to everybody. Either she paid everybody off or she didn't say it. You know what I mean? Because if she did, and there was any shred of proof, even their story, people get paid for not even having receipts. People get paid for just telling the story. The waiter could have went to TMZ and got paid. The waiter could have went to the Daily Mail and got paid. You know what I mean? That's why I don't think it happened, because it's literally nothing. Nothing out there. Hey, Barbara. Supposedly she only went on this rampage in front of Erika and Rinna. They are setting Kathy up. 100%. Hey, yeah, where's the Hamlin storyline? Exactly. And that's another reason why, how Rinna was talking about Harry growing his nails out and having acrylic nails? And she tried to be like, oh, it's because he plays guitar and he wants to pick it. I think she was trying to get ahead of any, cross-dressing or whatever storylines. Like, why is he this grown man with a full set of acrylic nails? And again, that is no shade. People, you express yourself any way you want to. This is your life. You be happy, you do you. So again, when we talk about anything with sexuality or anything with identity, we do it with love and respect and acceptance. No. Hey, Chucky, they always skip a week though. That's each franchise. No, we were supposed to get it. It wasn't a scheduled skip. It wasn't scheduled. And if they were gonna skip a week, why wouldn't they skip this week? Because it's a holiday on Monday. I think they're editing. SW, maybe they're editing to show all the Mean Girl stuff. Yep, that they were protecting before. Hey, fair. Tuki, thanks. Hey, Barbara, Garcelle and Crystal would not hang out with Kathy if that was true. Yeah, I just don't think it's true. It doesn't track. You know what I mean? Hey, Adam goes, hey, I'm done with Bio Kyle. Can we get rid of the whole cast, excluding Garcelle, Kathy, and Sutton? Diana better be one and done. She irks me to no end. I really hope she's one and done. I really hope so. I don't want to see her on the screen again. Nicolette Sheridan, this is Barbara. It wasn't Nicolette Sheridan. That's his ex-wife. Okay, so Nicolette Sheridan is Harry Hamlin's ex-wife. There's another ex who I think went on to marry Bruce Springsteen. She was another young actress starlet coming up. It's a different girl, but Nicolette Sheridan is Harry Hamlin's ex, but it's a different girl. Hey Farrah, what? Oh my gosh. I thought it was that he was cheating on Rinna. I'm shook. Yep. That's the word on the street. Again, allegedly, but you can Google it. You can Google it and different stuff will come up. So this isn't me making this up. I know, not for you guys. I'm just saying, disclaimer. It's not me making this up. It's just word on the street. Hey, Nina Loves goes, let go of the hateful witches. I agree. Hey, Farrah, if I didn't follow YouTubers, I wouldn't know this. Same. If I didn't follow YouTubers, I wouldn't know this either. Hey, Tookie, dang, Harry, too much alleged stuff going on. 100%. Hey, Shay B, everyone is welcome here. That's what I love. Yeah, everyone is welcome here. 100%. Come on, Candy Canes, come on. Hey, Barbara, she was Lisa with all these secrets, have the nerve to talk about everybody else's. But that's why. It's like that saying, a person who points the finger has 3 pointing back plus a thumb, right? It's like she does that. She points to everybody else's life. She, you know what I mean? Points to everybody else's life. She makes up storylines that aren't even real because she doesn't want to actually expose herself. She doesn't want to actually talk about herself. You know what I mean? Hey, Barbara, Lisa with all the secrets. Oh, that's exactly, yeah. Hey, SW, maybe Kathy said something that could have looked as bad, and Rinna was like, I'll use that and spin it. Lisa will grasp at straws. Hey, Tina, I don't believe Patrick is credible at all. The thing with Patrick is, do I think it's 100% tracking? No. But do I think where there's smoke, there's some fire? Yes. Like, I don't think he is just this random cuckoo person who just materialized out of the blue with all of this. No. You know what I mean? Like, Lisa Rinna isn't like, who are you? You're this random person I don't know. Like, there's, you know what I mean? It's like, do I just believe everything he says? No. But do I think that there is a history there between him and Rinna and maybe some shady stuff? 100%. So I'm not saying that he's saying everything is truthful, what he's saying, but there's some there. There's something there. It may not be all of this, but there's something there. You know what I mean? He's not just the person who just, popped out of thin air and was like, hey, I'm here. Hey, Tookie. Oh, I didn't know it wasn't a scheduled skip. I don't think it was. I don't think it was scheduled. I don't. Because didn't they already do their scheduled? You know what? Because they already did their scheduled skip. Remember? They already did it. Didn't they do it? Because this is going to be their like episode 14 or 15. And I think they already did their scheduled skip maybe 1 or 2 episodes before the disco one. I think like after episode like 10 or so. I think. Right? I'm pretty sure. Because even Up and Adam didn't realize that they weren't going to do last week. Hey, Flying Monkey Toads. It was Juliana somebody, a pretty redhead. Yep, who did Mary Springsteen. Yep, it was her. Allegedly. Hey, Fair Nicolette would probably beat him back. She's feisty. Yeah. For sure. Hey, ST, really, I believe every last one of them are racist. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. We've heard Paris and other siblings use the N-word. Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. That's the thing. Like, it's tough because do I think that they have said racist things and there's racist stuff within that family lineage? Yes. But in this particular situation, do I think it happened? No. And I don't want to say that like I don't believe it's true in this situation. I don't mean that that dismisses or lessens it when it is true in other situations, right? But I'm just conceptualizing that, do I think in this particular situation, is that what happened? That's not what I think. Do I think that there has probably been things that have been racist and problematic that have been said before? Yes. Do I think that this, wealthy white family, lineage, money, blah, 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 probably have had some problems when it comes to race and homophobia and all of that? Probably. And that's not to knock white people by any means, we're all welcome here. Everyone is welcome here. I just mean historically. You see what I'm saying? Just like historically, yes. But I just don't think it happened in this situation, if that makes sense. But I'm not trying to take away from when it has happened. Hey, Farah, I don't think Patrick is credible, but he's got something. Ooh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Rinna may have selective amnesia, but she's freaking out for a reason. Exactly. Like, I'm not saying what he's saying is the gospel, but I also don't think he just randomly fell out the sky. You know what I mean? Hey, Darren Hood, I'm surprised RHOBH season finale is airing on Labor Day weekend. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were going to skip, it'd be this week. Hey, Farah, her freakouts are her tell. I mean, this is the thing. Lisa Rinna has freaked out over the Botgate, more over the Botgate than Kathy Hilton freaked out over Aspengate. So who's reacting in a way of someone with a guilty conscience? To me, Rinna is. Hey, Barbara. Oh, yes, Juliana Phelps. Yep. Hey, Barbara. Nicolette was Harry's second wife. Yep. Yep. G. Soares is saying Juliana Phillips. Yep. St. Harry was married to Nicolette Scholl and she left him for Michael Bolton, I think. Bruce Springsteen, Michael Bolton, Harry Hamlin. Like, what in the 80s is going on? Is that the 80s? Is that the 90s? I don't know. Hey, Barbara, it's true. Hey, Tookie, my own conspiracy theory is that Patrick is a bot or catfish. Yeah, we're all being catfished by Patrick. I believe it. Hey, Cindy, sounds very logical and plausible. Yeah. Hey, Danny, it was not a scheduled skip. It was on the Bravo daily schedule. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was posted. Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't scheduled. They're doing re-edits. They're re-editing the show. Hey, Mrs. Kiki. Nicolette used to be that girl. I liked her in Desperate Housewives. That is true. That is true. Hey, G. Sawyer. It is interesting that after Garcelle spoke on race comments by Rinna at reunion, she tries to deflect, accusing people close to Garcelle like Sutton and Kathy. Bloop. 100%. And how they try to call Garcelle and Sutton bullies. Garcelle is not a bully. Get out of here. Hey, Barbara. There has to be history there between Patrick and Lisa because she wouldn't have gotten a lawyer after him. Exactly. That's another thing. She has taken zero legal action. You know what I mean? Instagram stories is not legal action. You know what I'm saying? Flying Monkey tells us, girl, you make sense. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Galaxy S. At the reunion last season, Rinna kissed Garcelle's arse and dodged her racist comments. This time they still found their way to Rinna. Yep. And remember how Garcelle said that someone told her that Lisa said she didn't want the show to be about race. She didn't want them to talk about, race. It's not that type of show. Well, apparently it is that type of show. Rinna. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Super cray cray. But you guys, we have been on here for over an hour and a half. So if you have been having a fun kiki, because I know I have been, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video, if you could subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share. I'm trying to grow organically. No bots over here, no fake subscribers. We are going to grow organically. So if you're in any Facebook groups, or if you're in any groups that talk about Bravo or the Real Housewives or pop culture, just in general, be sure to share, let's let them know and share a link if you feel so inclined. And also, don't forget to check out everything in the description box. We have merchandise, we have podcasts and books and movies and just other cool ways. I do a lot of self-care, wellness, and self-love stuff too. So if you're into that stuff, check out the links below because we have a ton of stuff on that as well. Hey, young, rich, skinny, what does that mean? That type of show. Exactly. Basically being like, you know, we're not getting political. We're not talking about race. We're not talking about that. Like, I mean, you know, Garcelle's Black. We don't want it to be that type of show. Very similar to Ramona. Very similar to Ramona on The Real Housewives of New York, who didn't want the show to talk about, you know, politics or wokeness or Black or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? Very similar to like a Ramona type vibe. Like, our show isn't about race. We don't, you know, like being like that. Hey, Barbara, these women were enraged that Kathy received a big pay increase as friend of. Exactly. They want to take her down 100%. That's the thing about Rinna. She's so jealous. And if you notice, everybody that comes on the show through Rinna surpasses her. You know, I think, did Rinna and Eileen come on at the same time? But anyway, people just liked Eileen way better than Rinna. You know, Eileen chose to leave, I believe. But Eileen was likable. Rinna was not. You know, I believe Rinna got Denise to come on. They gave her way more of a paycheck, huge paycheck than Rinna got. And then the next season, Rinna made sure she was gone. You know, Garcelle came on. I think Garcelle came through Rinna, I want to say maybe, because they all know each other in that like acting world or whatever. But of course Garcelle knew Kathy, but the way she came in, and then Garcelle becomes beloved, and we all can't stand Rinna. Like, every person that Rinna comes through surpasses her, except for Diana. But again, they try to act like Diana came through Kathy, but that wasn't true. Diana came through Rinna. In reality. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, G Sawyer, I think maybe Kathy told Garcelle and the others found out. I think maybe Kathy told Garcelle and the others found out. What did Kathy tell Garcelle? Hey, Kamiko. Hey, listening from the bushes. Oh, yay, sweetheart. Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, Farrah, this was fun. It's 2 a.m. now, so I'm going to go to bed now. Oh, sweet dreams, sweetheart. Kamiko, you live in my commute home. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Hey, Young Rich, do you think Dina Lohan would be a good housewife for New Jersey? I could see Dina on New Jersey, but I don't think I would want her on Beverly Hills. But I could see Dina on New Jersey. Hey, Nina Loves, there should not even be a reunion. No, we have to have a reunion because we need answers. We need answers. But after the reunion, they have to go. I can't watch the show if Diana's on it. Not in good conscience. But we need a reunion because we need answers. Hey, Bravo, I wonder who they're editing the show in favor of. Exactly. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I'm curious about that too. I'm definitely curious about that. Hey, Nina Loves, no more attention to those witches. I agree. No more attention, but we need answers. And then after that, Bravo better clean house. Hey, Fox Ripley, I bet that the producers are trying to make Rinna look good. Ooh, I don't think so. I think they're ready to get rid of her. Hey, Barbara, it was great. Yay, I had a lot of laughs. Thank you. Yay, you're welcome. So much fun. Hey, Nina Loves, Rinna claims she quit equals was fired. She was fired. Rinna doesn't quit anything. She needs the money. What else does she have? I mean, what else does she have, you know? Hey, Young Rich, would she not be a good fit for Beverly Hills? I don't think so. Not Dina Lohan. I think Dina Lohan would be a better fit for New Jersey. I don't see her fitting in with Beverly Hills. And I know people have been saying, like, Christine Quinn from Selling Sunset. I don't think she'd be a good fit either. I don't know why, but I don't see Christine Quinn being a real housewife of Beverly Hills. Maybe because she's so young. I don't see her being, I could see her being on another show, like a spin-off show, I could see that because I do really like her. I just don't think it's Beverly Hills. I don't think it's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, unless it was a spin-off show or something. But I couldn't see like Christine Quinn and Kyle Richards hanging in the same circle. It's the same way that it doesn't work with Gina and Emily on The Real Housewives of C. Like, it just doesn't work, you know? I don't know. Hey, G Sawyer, Kathy told Garcelle about Rinna's race comments. Oh, I see what you're saying. Remember, Kathy still has it in for Rinna after she used Kim's addiction as a storyline. True, true. Hey, Young Rich, did Lisa Rinna have beef with Heather Locklear? She probably tried to. She was probably jealous of her. Nothing that I can like remember off the top of my head though. Hey, Darren Hood, we need all the answers. Plus, Garcelle and Sutton better buckle up and show out. Bloop. I agree with that. Hey, Roxy, no, it was Denise and Heather Locklear that had a beef. Denise stole her man, they say. Ooh, that could be true. That could very, very well be true. I believe it. Oh, the conspiracy of it all. Dun, 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 dun. All right, you guys. I'm going to head out. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. Young Rich says, I heard Tori Spelling was joining. I could see Tori Spelling joining. That I could see. Tori Spelling's older. She is a part of that world. She knows those people. I would see Tori Spelling joining over Christine Quinn, just because I think Christine Quinn needs a younger, hipper vibe, like a younger, hipper show. You know what I mean? Like, she's great on Selling Sunset. Maybe like a, you know, like you know how they used to have Wags? Like Kristen Quinn would be good on a show like a Wags or something like that. I just don't think she works with the dynamic of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I think she's too young, she's too cool, she's too hip. Great for reality TV, but I'm not sure this mix. Only unless they got rid of everyone and started over, and they all were kind of like a Christine Quinn, then I could see it working. But with the current dynamic, even if they do get rid of the Wicked Witches, I don't think her vibe works. I think a Tori Spelling vibe works more, if that makes sense. Hey, Mrs. Kiki, Tori would be good. Yeah, Tori would be good. Hey, Darren, Crystal better show up and put all those girls in their places as well. Exactly. Crystal, find your voice. Crystal, find your voice. They tried to make you out to be a liar. They tried to paint you to be a liar. So you better find your voice, Crystal, and you better find it fast. Hey, Young Rich, like LaToya and Fallon on RHOBH last year. Exactly. It wasn't the right vibe. It wasn't the right 100%. It just wasn't right. Okay, you guys. Hey, Young Rich, Crystal's diamond is on the line at this reunion. She better pull off a season 5 portion. Crystal's diamond, I think Crystal diamond is on the line. Dorit's diamond is on the line. I think Erika's diamond is gone. I think Rinna diamond is gone. I think Diana's diamond is gone. I think Garcelle, Sutton, and Kyle's diamond are secure. Crystal is a flip-flopper, says Roma. Yeah, Crystal's a pick-me. She's a pick-me. She just wants to be accepted. She wants to be liked. She wants to be cool. And she messed around and found out that those girls never really liked her, and they never really will. They only liked her when she was a follower. But the moment she spoke up, they started to discredit her. The moment Crystal said, well, you know, there were times where I didn't feel safe, that's when they started to discredit her. Hey, Flying Monkeys Totes, bye. Happy I found you. Have a lovely eve. Aw, you too, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm happy you found me too. Hey, April, yes. Hey. I love it. That's right, you guys. If you're happy to be here, because I'm happy to be here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend. And check out everything in the description box. There's tons going on down there. We have merch, books, podcasts, movies, newsletters. You name it, we got it, so check it out. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to take a break. I've been talking for way too long. But I also want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. So if you're watching the replay or right now you feel so inclined, put it in the comment box. What do you think about Rinna, Erika, Dorit, Kyle, Garcelle, Sutton, Bachgate, all of it? What do you think? put it in the chat box and let your girl know. All right, you guys, I love you. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go.